Page 103. Well, apart from the NDA, a contract saying that you will and won't do, I need to know your limits and you need to know mine. This is consensual, Anastasia. And if I don't want to do this, that's fine, he says carefully. But we won't have any sort of a relationship, I ask. No, why? This is the only sort of relationship I'm interested in. Why? He shrugs. It's the way I am. How did you become this way? Why is anyone the way they are? That's the kind of hard to answer. Why do some people like cheese and other people hate it? Do you like cheese? Mrs. Jones, my housekeeper, has left this for supper. He takes some large white plates from a cupboard and places one in front of me. We're talking about cheese. Holy crap. What are your rules that I have to follow? I have written them down. We'll go through them once we've eaten. Food. How can I eat now? I'm really not hungry, I whisper. You will eat, he says simply. Dominating Christian, it all becomes clear. Would you like another glass of wine? Yes, please. He pours wine into my glass and comes to sit beside me. I'll take a hasty sip. Help yourself to food, Anastasia. I'll take a small bunch of grapes. This I can manage. He narrows his eyes. Have you been like this for a while? I ask. Yes. Is it easy to find women who want to do this? He raises an eyebrow at me. You'll be amazed, he says dryly. Then why me? I really don't understand. Anastasia, I've told you there's something about you I can't leave you alone. He smiles ironically. I'm like a moth to a flame. His voice darkens. I want you very badly, especially now. When you're biting your lip again, he takes a deep breath and swallows. My stomach somersaults. He wants me in a weird way. True, but this is beautiful, strange, kinky man wants me. I think you have that cliche the wrong way around, I grumble. I am the moth and he is the flame, and I'm going to get burnt, I know. Eat. No, I haven't signed anything yet, so I think I'll hang on to my free will for a bit longer, if that's okay with you. His eyes soften and his lips turn up and smile. As you wish, Miss Steele. How many women? I blurt out the question, but I am so curious. 15. Oh, not as many as I thought. For long periods of time? Some of them, yes. Have you ever hurt anyone? Yes. Holy shit. Badly? No. Will you hurt me? What do you mean? Physically, will you hurt me? I will punish you when you require it, and it will be painful. I think I feel a little faint. I take another sip of wine. Alcohol. This will make me brave. Have you ever been beaten? I ask. Yes. Oh, that surprised me. Before I can question him on this revelation further, he interrupts my train of thought. Let's discuss this in my study. I want you to show you something. This is hard to process. Here, I was foolishly thinking that I'd spend a night of unparalleled passion in the man's bed, and we're negotiating this weird arrangement. I follow him to study a spacious room with another floor-to-ceiling window that opens out onto the balcony. He sits on the desk, motions for me to sit on a leather chair in front of him, and hands me a piece of paper. These are the rules. They may be subject to change. They form part of the contract which you can also have. Read these rules and let's discuss. Rules. Obedience. The submissive one will obey any instructions given to him by the dominant immediately, without hesitation or reservation, and in expeditious manner. The submissive will agree to any sexual activity deemed fit and pleasurable by the dominant, excepting those activities that are outlined in hard limits, Apex 2. She'll also do eagerly and without hesitation. sleep. The submissive will ensure she achieves a minimum of 7 hours sleep a night when she is not with the dominant. Food. The submissive will eat regularly to maintain her health and well-being from a prescribed list of food, Apex 4. The submissive will not snack between meals with the exception of fruit. Clothes. During the term, the submissive will wear clothing only provided by the dominant. The dominant will provide a clothing budget for the submissive, which the submissive shall utilise. The dominant shall accompany the submissive size to purchase clothing on an ad hoc basis. If the dominant so requires, the submissive shall wear during the turn time any adornments the dominant shall require in the presence of the dominant and all the time the dominant deems fit. Exercise. The dominant shall provide the submissive with a personal trainer 4 times a week in hour-long sessions at times to be mutually agreed between the personal trainer and the submissive. The personal trainer will report to the dominant of the submissive progress. Personal hygiene and beauty. The submissive will keep herself clean and shaven and or waxed at all times. The submissive will visit a beauty salon of the dominant's choosing at times to be dictated by the dominant and undergo whatever treatments the dominant sees fit. Personal safety. The submissive will not drink to excess, smoke, take recreational drugs or put herself in unnecessarily danger. Personal qualities. The submissive will not enter in any sexual relations with anyone other than the dominant. The submissive will conduct herself in a respectful and modest manner at all times. She must recognise that her behaviour is a direct reflection of the dominant. She will be held accountable for any misdeeds, wrongdoings and misbehaviour committed while not in the presence of the dominant. Failure to comply with all these above will result immediately in punishment to the nature which was determined by the dominant. Holy fuck. Hard limits, I ask? Yes. What you want to do, what I want to do, you need to specify our agreement. I'm not sure about accepting money for clothes. It feels wrong. I shift uncomfortably, the word hoe rattling around my head. I want to lavish money on you. Let me buy you some clothes. I may need you to accompany me to functions, and I want you to dress well. I'm sure your salary when you do get a job won't cover the kinds of clothes I'd like you to wear. I don't have to wear them when I'm not with you? No. Oh, okay. Thank you. Think of it as a uniform. I don't want to exercise 4 times a week. Anastasia, I need you to supple, strong with stamina. Trust me, you'll need to exercise. But surely not 4 times a week. How about 3? I want you to do 4. I thought this was a negotiation. He purrs his lips at me. Okay, Miss Steele, another point well made. How about an hour on these 3 days and 1/2 hour an hour? 3 days, 3 hours. I get the impression you're going to keep me exercised while I'm here. He smiles wickedly as he glows, eyes glow as it's revealed. Yes, I am. Okay, agreed. Are you sure you don't want to intern at my company? You're a good negotiator. No, I don't think that's a good idea. I stared down at his rules. Waxing everything. Everything? Ugh. So limits, these are mine. He hands me another piece of paper. Hard limits. No acts involving fire play. No acts involving urination or defecation and the products thereof. No acts involving needles, knives, piercings or blood. No acts involving gynecology, medical instruments.